Okay, hopefully we're live. Just wait for a few people to confirm. I've started a bit early, so not sure if anyone's going to join yet. I'll hang around for a bit. Should be live. Hopefully, I'm not going to be streaming to myself. Hey, Russy Russ. Hey, big little bros here. Whoop whoop. Stream Elements is here as well. And Pico. Hey, I'm not going to be streaming to myself. I'll just wait for the punters to come in. So I'm out a little bit early. But we're set up, ready to go. I've been messing around with the settings as well, my bitrate again. So you'll have to let me know, is it running smooth, audio good, video good? Let me know if there's any issues. How is everyone anyway? Don't want any lurkers either. Everybody let me know you're here in the chat. Right, well everyone's joining. I'm going to open my beer. And I have a Budvar, and it's the black one. Dark lager. Along with the old Budvar glass as well. Very nice. So I hope everyone else has got a beer. Might need it because I've got to do a bit of soldering, which might be painful to watch. Let's get this poured. Everything looks good, everything sounds good, and I'm still at work. Well, that's not good. Hope you're not up a mountain or something. Right. Cheers, guys. Let's go. So we haven't got many people here. Little bro's here, Russy Russ, but he's at work. And Pico. Is that it? Let me see how many people are on. Oh, you got 9, it says here. I'll say I'm a bit early. Give it a little bit longer. Give it 5 minutes. It says 9, yeah. Laptop fix. Hey, and MK fix. I am me 9. Laptop MK fix is number 9. So laptop fix is number 8 then. So I got a couple of things. What I wanted to do is I've got this, let me show you, switch over. I've got this little kit, which is a OLED radio I had for quite a while, but I want to try and get through some of the little projects that I've got, some of the older laptops that I haven't been able to fix, and get on with them because I've got a video series that I want to start, so no spoilers, but I need to get through these things so I can get on to what I want to make. And I've also got a couple of laptops that I wasn't able to previously test when I was doing the big batch of testing them because my USB meter was playing up. So I've got this Chromebook and this Yoga laptop, so we could also test them. So it's up to you what you want to see first. Should we have a test of these laptops first, or should we go straight in with the radio kit? Buzz from Stockholm, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining. I think I recognise you. Have you been on Nathan's stream as well? Hey, Worms is here. How you doing? Here we go. Here's Worms. Yeah. Now we've started. Yeah, we've got 12 people now. What time are we on? Oh, we're nearly at 8. I'll give you a couple more minutes. And you can decide if you want me to try and test these laptops first, or you want me to do the radio. Falcon, how you doing? Start easy reader. Start easy reader. Clock, radio, and work your way up to the laptop. Yeah, I've got no idea what I'm doing with these two laptops, by the way, because they're not your normal laptops. This one, I believe, is like a an ARM processor in there. You know, the architecture of the CPU. So I believe it's more like a, you know, like a phone or a tablet than a laptop. And then obviously got a Chromebook as well, which I think is a similar kind of deal. I mean, they might work, I don't know. I haven't tested them yet. So Worms is saying maybe a laptop, then another laptop. Oh, maybe a laptop, then a radio, then a laptop. Good idea. Break it up a bit. Carfor's here. How you doing? Talk to text sucks. Sorry, my phone is the radio. iTestings is here as well. You were nearly first in the chat. Okay, let me test this one first. And then we'll do the radio. And then we'll try the other Chromebook. So, the thing I can tell you with this is I think the screen might be broken, because it's got some like tape holding it on. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Either the screen is faulty, it's been replaced, or they couldn't glue it back on. So I'm not sure if we would get picture on that or not. But it's quite a nice chassis. It's all made of metal, by the way. Lenovo 5G. Should we get a model number on that? Quickly plug in the laptop, see what they do, and decide from there. Good idea. We can plug this in. So just to let you know, this is Yoga 5G 14Q 8CX05. And interestingly, the input says 15 volts. Okay, so that's not your usual 20 volts. 15 volts, 3 amps. So yeah, interesting, this one. In terms of chargers, by the way, it's only a USB-C. You can see on there, it's got the power light and the LED. And on this side, you've got like an airplane mode headphone and the power buttons here on the side. So, I'm just looking at my stats. Yeah, I've not dropped any network frames yet. A little bit of rendering lag, tiny bit, but better than before. So I think we should be good with the stream. I'm streaming at 1440p. Right, let me just check my USB meters working. We're at 5 volts there. I'm just plugging my phone in first. Yeah, you can see that in the corner. We're at 9 now, so my meter's working. I'm biased with laptops. Yeah, I like the laptops as well. So here we go. Should we see if we get a charging light? And we'll keep an eye on the meter up here. So we should expect 15 volts then, yeah? Plugging in. Ooh. Oh. Don't know if that just took a while or if I touched it. We've got a light though. Don't know if you can see that. Oh, and the light's gone out. The light's come back again. But it's only at 5 volts. That's not negotiating to 15 that it needs. Lights going out on and off. Is that a blink code or? Oh, Jean-Jean Mark, how are you doing, mate? I'm glad you made it. So yeah, I'm not sure. It seems to be solid now. Let me just try the other USB port, see if that makes any difference. Plugging in there. Seems to be the same behaviour. 5 volts. 19 volts. Just ignore that, worms. That's not my... 1 second. Let me just get rid of that. That was from before because I was just using my power supply before I came on stream. It just latched on to what I was previously doing. I was just testing a few things. And we'll soon get that sorted. Right, there you go. You've got 0 volts now. If you're happy, let me just sort my chat out again. It's all disappeared. I think I get my power supply today. Oh, have you got the iDays, by the way? Have you got the Finersi one? Because I'm still interested in getting that one as well. No, I don't have a lab coat, worms. I'm not that smart yet. If I fix like 10 laptops, then I might get a lab coat. I've got to earn the coat. Buzz, laptop specs, here we go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Buzz. Qualcomm Snapdragon is the ARM-based processor. So, as I say, it's not like a standard Intel or AMD. This is more like a tablet or a phone. Probably why it uses the 15 volts as well. Use your tools you showed us in the previous video. iTestings, which tools do you want? Which ones did I show you? Are you talking about these ones? Or are you talking about the USB-C? We can plug in the USB-C. Because we're not negotiating the 15 volts, we can do a test with this to see if the CC pins are connected or not. I don't think it's going to be a charging port issue, personally, because it's doing it with both of them. If it was just doing it with one of them, then I think it's likely to be a charging port, but because it's both of them, that tells me that there's something else wrong. Right, let me plug into here then. So, what we got. It's always one of those where it's hard to see on the camera. In fact, I'll turn it around so then you can see the pins the right way around, the labelling. So, as you can see there, you've got your CC1 and your CC2. So they're your data pins on them, not data, they're your like control pins, and I think there's one for each side, so it doesn't matter which side you put your USB-C, either way round. And then obviously you've got your data there on, and then SBU2 and SBU1. I'm not sure what that actually stands for. And I think the transmit and receives are for the high speed data. But yeah, I think that's all correct. Compare it to the other one. Here we go. Oh, interestingly, oh, there you go. You can see a problem there. Look, can you see that? If I wiggle it around, that RX2 is struggling to make a there you go. And then you can see another one's gone out, CC1. That's probably like a bit dirty in the port, but that one's definitely having an issue. So that's actually quite cool. That works well. Let me just double check the other port. That actually might be the same lot. Oh, there you go. See, if you get it in the right position, I can get them all to light. So that's dodgy. But that is only the RX, like one of the high-speed data lines. So I don't think that will affect the charging and the communication line that's required for the PD controller. But that's quite good, actually. And what we're saying... After all, Maybe it's really a charging port, yeah. Well, the communication ports are there and our data ports are there, so let me just go again and give it a little wiggle when it's in the port. So 5 volts. Go left and right a little bit. It's pulling current though. So even at 5 volts, look at that, look. We're pulling nearly 400 milliamps. So maybe something shorted on the board on there, 200, 300, or maybe it's just like a really low battery. Maybe it needs to charge the battery at 5 volts and then it's going to negotiate because this has been sat for ages. Or maybe the battery is also not connected. These type of things probably need the battery. USB-C chip, yeah. I wonder if it's got anything on the other side. Let me leave it charging for a minute. I'll press the power button. Let me open the laptop. Press the power button to see what happens. Where is it? Oh, it's out in the end. Here. I'm pressing it. I don't know if the screen's working, but I'm more interested in the current draw. Let me see if we've got anything out the USB sockets. Well, we haven't even got a standard USB on this. No. We don't even have a standard USB. Just wondering if I have a USB to USB-C adapter. Just having a check. Here we go. I've got a USB-A to USB-C. Should do the trick, shouldn't it? Let's give that a go. Nah, we got nothing. No 5 volts coming out there. I've not tried it before with that adapter, but I assume it will work. Pressing the power button, nothing as well. Should we crack this one open, have a quick look? On Huawei, 5 volt with high current consumption while charging is related to the PD controller issue. Yeah. Yeah, that current's going somewhere. And if it's only 5 volts, it's probably not charging the battery, is it? Let me just quickly whip this one open. Now, I'm not going to spend forever on these because I do want to get this radio done. And then I can focus on laptops for live streams. That's my plan. By the way, while I'm opening that, did you see the Game Boy that I got at the car boot sale? I put that on a little short. Don't know if people watch those YouTube shorts to show you. What do you think about that? If anybody is into the retro stuff and knows anything about that, I'm looking to get the OLED screen, the AMOLED. Maybe some mod, a nice shell. Let me just lock my focus on the camera. There we go. Stop that hunting around. Right, all the screws are out. Don't want to lose them. Where should we put them? Down here. And I'll crack this open. That came together, came out easy. Something's just fallen off. Got a tiny bit of plastic there. Okay. Hey, we're into it. Oh, Claw Slug's here. How are you doing, mate? Glad you made it. I was going to ask you something actually, Claw, in a minute. Zolabud's here as well. How are you doing? I missed the test. Yeah, thanks guys for all joining. And I appreciate a few new names as well on here. Yeah, Dave's saying it was the Finercy, so I'm waiting for your review on that one. And if it's good, I'm going to get it. And how's the multimeter going, Dave? Did you get that software sorted out? Should we go in a little bit closer? Yes, by the way, that Game Boy, the woman who was selling it, she wanted £50 for the Game Boy. And she also had the Pokemon trading card game. She wanted £10 for that, which I thought was a bit expensive, so I left it. And then towards the end, when people were packing up, I went back to her just to see if she still had it. And she still wanted 50, and I says, oh, will you take 40 for it? So she agreed to take £40 for it, and then she ended up throwing in the game as well. So I was chuffed with that. £40 for the game. And this is the game that I wanted to play as well, actually, on the Game Boy Color, as well as the original Pokemons. And it's fully working. Let me show you. There you go, look. And you hear the sound. Classic, that is. The speaker's a bit weak on it, actually. But when I mod it, I think I'm going to get one of those speakers that like are a bit more modern. I think they get more volume out of them. It does work, Russ, yeah. I must have misunderstood the short. The screen and the shell swap are pretty easy for the Game Boy. It's fun. Yeah, it's just a nice little project, I think. Yeah, I put it on a YouTube short. I wasn't going to make a whole video. I will make a video when I do the mod and stuff. But I'm starting to do a few shorts just to show little things. So, waiting for a stream. Seems like everything is how it should be. Waiting to stream. Yeah, you need to test it now. Alexandro, I've just got my new, yes, another one, multimeter with DMM connection. Is that, you mean PC connection? Which multimeter have you got, Alexandro? Because Dave's just got the O1. Funny, I was having issues with the port install, then I realised I swapped to that new nozzle. Guess it's like getting used to it again. I think you're talking about the hot air, but I must have missed that in your stream. Yeah, Worms, I'm going to upgrade it, yeah. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce your name. Serara? I don't know. Serara? Brigitte? I'm not very good at reading that, but welcome. Alexandra's got the ANEG. Does it link to the computer all right? Right, what are we doing anyway? Where's the battery? The battery's disconnected, guys. Let's get that battery plugged in. And then let's just see if there's any change in behaviour. All the ribbon cables are unplugged. Keyboard, whatever that is, that's unplugged. Wi-Fi is kind of hanging in there. Just going to put that down. We've got some daughter boards that are unplugged. Looks like a speaker that's unplugged. And even the screen is unplugged. Well, that's good anyway, because if everything's unplugged, it's isolated. So I guess we can just plug it in and see now the battery's in, if that does any difference. So let's have a look at the USB meter, 5 volts, plugging in. We're getting 400, 500. Where's that current going then? Oh, hang on. Look. Can you see that? Got a red light now. I'm going to just put my focus back on. Right, we should be able to see. See that it's changed. It was a white light and now it's a red light. So I'm assuming that current is actually charging the battery. We can test that though. Let me get the multimeter. See if that's working. I'll just have to... there we go. Multimeter's online. Let's go to voltage DC. And let's have a little measurement on the battery. I mean, it doesn't matter which way around the leads are, but we can try. Here we go. 5.9 volts. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's going up into... That battery's super discharged. It's only 5 volts. But it is charging. So I think we should leave that doing its thing while we do the other job. So what's that supposed to be? It's supposed to be 7.68. Charging voltage of 8.8. Okay. So I think, let me just switch my multimeter. I'm going to leave that to the side, charging up, and then we can work on the other board. We can work on this radio, and then come back to that, see if the behaviour changed. So you can keep an eye on that USB meter for me, see if that jumps to 15 or not. Let me just see if there's anywhere I can put this out the way. I'll just check the chat. Hey, Alexandro's become a member. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, mate. Cheers, Alexandro. Did that pop up on the screen as well? Because I was busy looking at that laptop. Hopefully the alerts were set up and you saw that. Yeah, we'll just Carrefour, I've just showed that on the battery there. So 2 cells, yeah, 8.4 fully charged. So yeah, it's now, I've got the charging current, as you said, it's the pre-charge current. I can now see it's like 1.4 amps, so that's ramping up nicely. Yeah, thanks, Alexandro. Red light equals bad. Uh-oh. Was not on screen. I think a red light is a charging light. 5 volt is telling me that you have a short. Yeah, I've got no experience, Dave, with the ARM processors because it's more like a phone or a tablet. So I'm not sure. It does say like 15 volts on the cover as well. So it's not a normal laptop power rail like a 20 volts. So anyway, I've got the radio here. So we can work on that for a little while. Then come back to some laptops. I'll show you this. Um, 1.42 amps already. Radek, thanks for joining, mate. Yeah, I can see that ramping up. So that's charging nice. So I'll let that charge up. I'm interested if the voltage will go up as well. I saw the joining person. I saw it pop up. Oh, right, okay, thanks. The notification, yeah. No, it's just me. I missed it, and I've got no speakers connected to my computer. So if there's it should be an audible alert for me, but yeah, I missed it because I don't have any speakers plugged in. Is Claw Slug still here? Because what I wanted to ask you, Claw, is I've got a second one of these as well. I wondered if because I watched your video where you was doing the controller modification with your son, and I was really impressed. I really enjoyed that video. So I wondered if you wanted me, if you wanted to do a project with your son again, if I could send this one to you. Maybe it's something that you could do, make a video out of. If you're interested, that is. I don't mind sending this to you. So just let me know if you're still here. I bought 2 so I can give one to someone as well, you see. Get the scissors on this. I'll listen to the stream while rebuilding about 50 tracks on a RAM slot. Oh, Alexandro, I don't envy you. And thanks for last time. We managed to get that HP fixed with the RAM slot. Okay, so I've got no idea about this kit. We're going to have a look, see what the deal is with this. Oh, we have got instructions. I was waiting for a customer cleaning. That would be great, except for I'm in Canada. Yeah, that's no problem. If you want to do it, Claude, just let me know. I'll send it anywhere. Doesn't matter. So yeah, just let me know. And you can use this video here that I'm doing to show you how not to do it. Then you can do it properly yourself. I'm sure your son will make a better job than me at doing this. So we got a case, a Perspex case. We can leave that to the side. We have a speaker. Let's open that up with a nice sharp instrument. Do you want to be a bit more zoomed in? Car 4. Look at the meter. Oh, you're right. I told you to keep an eye on that. We're at 9 volts now. 3.7 amps. Wow, that's pulling it in. Yeah, voltage up, looking good. Yeah, Radek. You've all seen it before me. Yeah, I've just noticed you have 9 volts. So it says it should be 15 volts. So I'll leave it a bit longer, see maybe it will jump up to 15 volts as well. But 3.6, it's really going for it. Hey Clawslug, your name completely messes up my brain. Symbol Tex here, how you doing? That's a nice little speaker actually. Looks like a little subwoofer or something. Has it got some posts then? Oh, so yeah, it's got marking on there, plus and a minus with the polarity. We got a nice little circuit board, and there's no silk screen on there. So how do we know where to put the components? Oh, hang on, we have got a silk screen. It's on this side. Hey, that's a nice little board, that is. This should be quite easy, shouldn't it? It's not too much to go on there. Hopefully it'll be a bit quicker than my last one. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I'm quite looking forward to hearing this radio going. So we got a nice micro USB. Don't like micro. Oh, but it doesn't matter because we've got a battery holder. That's a big one. Is that for an 18650 or is that a AA? I'm not sure. What size do you think that is? We got a bunch of components. And we've got a grill for the speaker. I'm being careful, Symbol Tech. Not going to cut my hands. Busy with my little boy. I hope he's feeling better as well. Okay, how does that work? Does that go on in there? Or it goes like that? Or maybe the speaker goes in here. The grill doesn't seem to fit. Maybe you have to force it in. We'll do that in a bit anyway. Aerial. And what's this? Looks like a Fosgate. So we've got a little board, like a daughter board with a header. Oh, that's hang on, that's the OLED then. That's our OLED screen. And it's going to have a little header on it to solder it to the board. OLED IIC. Yeah, that's nice. We'll leave that in its little case. I'm going to zoom you in a tad. Right, let's get rid of that. And then we've got the components here. So, don't want to lose them. Let me get my little mat here. I'm just going to empty them out on here. We can see what we're dealing with. 18650. Yeah, it could be. That's amazing, JFix. My son would love to do the vid putting it together. Yeah, send me a message and I'll send you the kit. And he can have a look at this video if he wants to see what it looks like. Maybe it goes in from behind and snaps in. Yeah, I'll have a look at that speaker in a minute. Should be able to work it out. So we've got a little mini chip with a socketed chip again. DIP 18. on there. It's another STC, similar like some of those other projects that I've done. I did the little LED games console, and then I did that component tester as well. Oh, is this a charge controller then? Yeah. So that's a little charger, isn't it, for the battery with a micro USB. So Symboltech's already made some projects with that display as well, so he knows what he's doing. It's definitely the OLED. I have multiple of them in the box. So I'm wondering, can we use this with a USB-C? Because I've got some of them. Just bear with me, I'm going to get the USB-C one, then we don't have to mess around with those micros. I'm pretty sure I've got something in here. Yeah, here. Or here. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what we've got, what we're dealing with. Very easy to implement with I2C communication. The microcontroller, yeah. This little STC one. But I'm not into the programming, so I don't know what I'm doing at all. So this is the one that came with it on the right with a micro, and I've got this one, USB-C. Look at that, look, they look almost identical. So we've got the B plus and the B minus. So surely we can swap it out for a USB-C control board, can't we? And it probably will fit on the board exactly where it is because they're the same size. So we can get rid of this one. Yeah, they're used everywhere for a long time now. What were these other ones that I got then? Oh, I think these are PD triggers. Yeah, okay. Let me just show you these while we're here then. You've probably seen these anyway. Now let me open one up. So yeah, that's different. This is the battery charging board, and this one is a PD trigger board. So you can put your USB-C in there, and then on the output you can have a fixed output, 9 volts, 12 volts, 15 volts or 20 volts. And all you need to do is change, like put a pull-up resistor in there to the one you want. You just move the resistor over, and it's tiny. So this can be good for converting like old devices, like it might be 15 volts or something, like a games console, I don't know what. You can convert it from a barrel jack to a USB-C connector, and that's like a tiny form factor. So I was thinking that I might get a project at some point where I can use those. I bought them a while ago. I'm pleased I've got the USB-C ones. I'll tell you what as well, I'll get one of those out for Claw. If I'm sending that board, I'll also send you the USB-C one for the better charging. So I'll put that in that second kit now for you, Claw. Yeah, it's in the box there, in the bag there. What we're saying, the ASP, how many amps can it handle? I've no idea, but I think they're the same. It's just a little charging voltage, isn't it, for a 18650. Shouldn't need too much current. The project will display where my YouTuber subscribers counter. Ah, yeah, that would be a nice little project. I'd like to do one of them as well. Have a little subscriber counter, and even to do it on the e-paper type of display. I'd like to try one of them. Right, let's get into this then. So we've got wires, we've got a capacitor, we've got like some switches, we've got an audio So you might be able to plug like a headphones in. By the way, if anyone's just joined the stream, what we're doing is building an OLED radio. So there's another header here, not sure what that's for. And we've got another micro USB port. So I don't know why we've got a second one. And then we've got this. So maybe this is like the audio board. Is that like the amplifier? And this is for a crystal here. Have we got a crystal? Not really sure what we've got. We've got some headers. Got an LED. Some more buttons. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Let's have a look on the instructions. No, the trigger. Oh, the PD trigger board. I'm not sure how much current it can handle. Do you want me to check for you? It's probably not going to tell me. Let me focus there. So 5 pieces, Type C, PD trigger, fast charge, 12 volt. I'd have to go back on the listing. I think it just says 9 volt to 12 volt, but it doesn't tell me how much current that it can take. Because maybe they're different. Yeah, I think that's the FM board. Yeah, what Carrefour's saying. So that must be like the, because there's no other. It must be like the FM, but it must have the amplifier in that as well. Because there's no other chips or anything. The only thing we've got is a screen or that other chip here. But that's probably just going to hold the ROM, isn't it? Like the program for it. Let me have a look. So we can do practice some soldering now. Solder the crystal oscillator onto the module and bend it. Then solder the module. Is there a part list? I don't think I've got a crystal oscillator. Let me just check my microscope is working, and we'll get you. I'll show you what parts we've got. Hang on a second. Might just be me being blind. So we've got a capacitor, some switches, that chip. So to me, that's missing its oscillator, yeah? Should be in there. 32 kilohertz. So we've got that charge port, we've got some more headers, some long switches, another capacitor, another capacitor. That's just a resistor. This one. So are we missing the oscillator? That's all I've got. I'll try and zoom out a bit. Or did I lose it? That trigger tells the charger what voltage to give. The current is determined by the charger. Ah, CMI Zappa's here. How are you? Okay, so yeah, so the charger is determining the current. So it should be rated for anything that USB-C can handle. Is that right? Alright, this is not good then. Where's my crystal? It's not going to work without a crystal, is it? Check the bags. I've thrown them in the bin. Nothing in there. That was one of them. No, there wasn't many more bags. There was this main bag. Nothing in there. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it's not supposed to have it. I'm just trying to look at the picture. I can't even make that out. Yeah, you can see, look, silver crystal with the red up the top there. Solder the crystal oscillator to the module and bend it. So you leave the legs a little bit longer so you can bend it flat. I've just knocked my camera. Do you have some dust on your scope lens? Yeah, probably. Let me get some cleaning and clean that. I do have some dust on there, yeah, you're right. Let me just get some alcohol. I'll switch over to the microscope and you can tell me if it's any better. Yeah, I can see, look. Can you see down there? Under my face cam I've got like a black circle there. Let's see if we can get rid of that then. There you go, you can see the black circle, look, going around. I guess it's just one of those things with the fumes and stuff as you're soldering. It's not going away, is it? It might be on the other lens. Right, you got me on a mission now. I'm just taking off my ring light. Right. Has it gone? No, it's not gone. So it's not on this piece. Is that clean? Not quite. Let me clean that on the inside as well. And now it must be up in here. I've got a diffuser and it's still not on there, so it must be on the actual small lens itself. Oh dear. It's not helped, has it? Look, it's still moving with it. It's not really helping. Let me get a bit more alcohol on that to really saturate it. I can see it's not moving. Spinning around in a circle. Looks like a permanent feature, unfortunately. Unless you've got any ideas. Does look a little bit clearer actually. We'll have to live with it for this stream. Can't use too much time on that. Let me just put everything back together again. Does that make the image quality worse, by the way? If I take that off, is that better? Maybe I don't need that on there. I think that's better. That's a UV filter on there. That looks better to me. Maybe I should leave that UV filter off. Electro Rep, how are you doing? Exactly, was distracting you and his ear. Right, now you've made... I'm going to switch over to my overhead because you're going to get dizzy looking at that. It's not going to go on without that UV filter. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to leave it as it is now. I can't mess around for too long. We've got work to do. I'll sort that out after the stream. I'm thinking about a new microscope. This one's been good, but I'd like something optical, I think, to try, just to see how I get on with it. Right, let me go to the microscope view now. You tell me if you're happy with that. There we go. Is that alright? Crystal is 100% missing. I just rewound and watched. Thanks, Dreams, for checking back. Just inspired. Hi. Yeah, you're not really that late. Not done anything interesting yet. And nobody's told me that that's gone up again. That's at 10 volts now. Look at that in the corner. It's charging faster. I've never used it. The ring light has one. Yeah. I could never use an optical one. Yeah, I don't, the problem is though, it's like the zoom. I want to be able to go like right in quickly without using a digital zoom. Right, let's have a look then. So I've got an idea. What we'll have to do is we'll have to open Claw's one and see if there's one in there. Then I'll sort out a crystal for Claw, so we've got a complete kit. But just so we can do this, we're going to have to borrow this one for now, which is annoying. Oh, unless they put it in the bag with the thing for some reason. No, can't see why they would put it in there. But you never know. All right. Can I see the bags of components? No. That's annoying. I didn't. I'll just order another one if I need to. Another kit. It's no problem. Unfortunately, I don't really have money spares and things for things like a crystal. This is where you're going to tell me that this one doesn't even have a crystal in it. Right, here we go. Can you see a crystal? See if you can see it before me. Other side. Oh, no, that's the USB. Huh? Right, we're going to have to open it, but I can't see one in there. Right, I don't want to get these parts mixed up. Let me open it down here. Ah, here. It's in this little bag. There's a crystal there. This one has it. So did I check that little bag, or did I throw that away? Just checking that little bag. I'm not sure. I'll check it after the stream. But this kit is fully complete. So let's put that back. Because that other bag I just checked was like that size. It's not the small bag like that. So maybe I took it out and forgot about the crystal. So I'll try to find the crystal from mine. But it's fallen in the bottom of the bin. I'm not going to go searching now. Right, let's just make sure we don't lose any of these bits from Claw's kit. Bear with. 32 as, yeah, so that's 32 kilohertz, yeah? Dreams, you need to know the value. Can you show me under the microscope module? Not really, unless I take the microscope apart. Okay, so we'll take Okay, we'll take the crystal out of here then. This is not a good start. I thought I'd have done it by now. Right, I just need to remember to put the crystal in. Right, that's everything else back together, just missing the crystal. So first up then was to put the crystal in. And I'm assuming it doesn't have both legs are the same size. It's not polarity conscious, is it, crystal? Let me go in with a microscope. Here we go. Right, we see that. Right, I need a drink of beer. This is different, interesting. The first kit had an oscillator in that small bag. Did someone check back the video when I opened that small bag? Did it have an oscillator and I definitely threw it in the bin? Yeah, just look after your boy, Simple Tech, don't worry. Oh, Alms N3R. Almsner, thanks for joining. It was in the bag on the first one, Jay. You ripped the top off and binned the bag with it in. Okay. Yeah, that's quite likely. The bin's full of all the electronic stuff though, so I will find it, but we don't need to mess around with it because we've got this one here. So let's crack on with this, and then we'll do that at a later time. I'll sort the other kit out. So what we need to be mindful of here is when we put this in, we don't want to put it all the way flat because we need to bend it down. So let's give the legs a little bit more room and bend it down. Does the crystal actually need to solder onto that plate, is it, for a heat transfer? I'm assuming it doesn't really heat up anyway. So we just need to solder that on there. I should change my name. So it's Almsner. Yeah, it's alright, it just took me a while to realise, just because I'm slow. So go and check. Yeah, I'll get it now. I don't want to delay everybody on the stream while I'm rummaging through bins. It's not important because it'll definitely be there. Dreams confirmed that it's definitely in the bag, so it's not lost. I'll find it, even if I have to rip it all apart. Alright, so let's get a bit of solder. Okay. And we shouldn't really need flux for this, should we? Less cleaning to do, isn't it, if we don't put flux on? Looks alright. Sitting down nicely. Solder's come through on that pad, hasn't on there. Probably not really necessary, but just for aesthetics. Let's put a bit on that pad as well. Like that. And we'll clean as we go. Just to keep it nice. I'm getting my sponges ready. Just a bit of flux from the actual solder itself, the rosin core. So I've got some little cutters. So if we're happy with those legs, we'll snip them off. Hopefully we are. This is a bit late now. Do I need to solder the actual thing down to there, or just rests on there to ground it out? Don't know. Let me just read the chat. You need to look more when you throw things in the trash. Very small things can be really expensive. Yeah, that was my bad. It's hard to do the streaming as well at the same time. Got too many things to concentrate on. Plenty of flux in the solder. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dreams. You don't really need it for that, do you? Yeah, it's not the first time that he has antibiotics. Yeah, make sure you're looking after him. Go to him. Don't worry about this stream. I've done that with AliExpress parts and not realised. Yeah, I could have left them some bad feedback as well. Parts missing, and it was my fault. I just swapped over to sponges to clean. So much better than the cotton buds. Yeah, I like the sponges as well. I'm not sure if other people do, but I find that also soaking them in alcohol works. It just soaks in. Like you can see when there's a lot of flux, the sponge goes yellow. Because I was just using a toothbrush before, but the toothbrush was just spreading it around. Yeah, I think the microscope looks okay. So I'm just trying to work out what that is then. So we've got 2 chips on there. And I'm assuming one is like something, as you say, like for the FM tuner. And one of them might be an amplifier chip. Right, let's see where this goes on the board then. So we have we got a pin 1? Oh, it's got a diagram there, look. So this is going to be quite easy. The big chip's there and the small chip's there, so we need to rotate it like that. And then solder into position. So we'll try and keep it central. That should be easy. Let me tack 1 pin and then we can make adjustments if we need to. So we'll start up here. If you see that I'm going wrong, just shout me, by the way. Right, so 1 pin, and should we try and get perfect alignment? Oh, I've done 2 pins by mistake. Right, let me just check, is that perfectly aligned? I'd say so. I think we'll go with that. And on top of that, I've ordered dining chairs. We received the email saying the items are recalled for safety issues. Okay. You don't want to sit on a dining chair that's going to break on you. Hopefully they sort your refund out quickly. Oh, have you already purchased them? You've already got them. Annoying, but at least it got caught, yeah. Oh, Irina. That's my girlfriend that's here. How are you, darling? I didn't think you was going to join. You should be watching me. Right. Let me know what you think of my soldering joints. That's quite satisfying. Here we go. Got a little solder ball there come off. Hope I've got it in the right way, otherwise it's going to be hard to get off now. Yeah, let's go. Lovely. Go around. Just rotate it to make my life easier. Now we can go back over these pads, get a nice join on them. Just hold it in place for a second. And I'm quite excited. I wanted to do this little practice here because Symboltech is sending me one of his boards. I don't know if anybody else has seen it on his stream, but he's got a for voltage injection that's going to pulse the current on and off a little board. So I've been following his project that he's been doing, which he's designed all himself, and including the software as well for the controller. And yeah, he's going to send me one of his first boards to have a go at. So we're going to have to build it as well. He asked me if I wanted it pre-building, and I says I don't mind doing it myself, definitely, for some more practice. So this is getting the practice in, and we'll give that a go. I think that's looking good. It's just a few little solder balls there, look. Just going to wipe them off. I think I got the one over there. No, there's one there, you see. Yeah, nice. Do you want to inspect that? I think it's good to look at an angle sometimes, isn't it? Because you don't see when you're flat on. What do you reckon to that solder in there? And I'll show you the other side. that solder in there. I'm pleased with that. I think my skills are improving slowly. Right, where did I put my beer? I'll have a read the chat. I've actually lost where I put my beer. Must have put it down when I was searching for those bits. I've lost my beer. I can understand losing a crystal. I've no idea. Yeah, let me just see what you're saying. Charles, here we go. Hot Cows is here. Annoying, but at least got caught, yeah. Hi, Arena. Yeah, everyone say hi to Arena. She's probably gone now. She probably only not nipped on for a second to say hello. Mustafa Mohammed looks perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Eye testing says it looks good. The same people that paid to check out. Yeah, you're just having a little... Zola Bud. I ordered one. Will definitely be useful. Not sure what you've ordered. I didn't catch what you'd ordered, sorry. It's in the bin with the crystal. Makes a change from tweezers. I found your beer. Why he made a hole behind to place the crystal? Why he made a hole behind to place the crystal? Max Power. Did I do something wrong? Let me check. That's the board. It's not going to short out. So maybe that's the hole that you mean. So you've got a board, that daughter board here that's sitting on there. The crystal legs are there, and directly behind there, there's the cutout. So they're the legs from the crystal there, if that's what you mean. It's regarding you say so eBay sells something. Short tester. Oh, you got a short tester. I've ordered one. Short tester. Oh, okay. Are you talking about this? The USB-C one, the Alexov one. Maybe you're talking about that one. You're dropping mad frames, am I? Let me check. Oh, dropping a little bit. I've dropped 1900 frames out of like 240,000. I've just reset it so I can have keep a monitor on it. I'm not dropping any frames at all at the moment. 0 so far. Hey, Guzzy's here. How are you, mate? How's the COVID? Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Hopefully you're on the mend. I've got an issue because I've lost my beer. And I really have lost it and I don't understand how. I can't get it. It's a pint. It's in a big jar. Look. It's not on my desk. 19,000. This is a lot. Your short finder is with Royal Mail. Oh, sorry, it's the Symbol Tech short finder. Sorry. Yeah. If you've ordered one as well, yeah, that would be good. I'm going to try to make the video on it and do some testing. Frames is not dropping, by the way. I've got 0 drop frames. So just let me know if there's anybody else. Alcohol is evil, yeah. But I've got to get another one. Sorry, Dreams. I'm going to go and get another beer because I've lost that one. Right, I'm back. I've got no idea where that beer went. Did you bring it up after pouring? You have beer with no alcohol. No clue. Right, let's pour this one. We're on the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout now. This is beautiful. And it's a 7.5%. I've got it in one of my Trappist glass. Here we go. Lovely. In fact, I'm not going to throw that beer in the bin because I've got to go rummaging for the crystal later. Yeah, somebody stole it. I think someone stole that beer. I don't know how it can go with a glass. It'd be right in front of my face somewhere. Right, let's get back to what we're doing. Right, we've done the crystal. Stage 1. Okay, this is going to take a long time. Let's speed it up. 1K resistor goes on the bottom left of the board down there next to the plus. We got it? So, which is a 1K resistor? Is it that one? In fact, this might be a little time to test my new tool. We like to test new tools. Let's go for this. Let's get the leads. I'll do this one because it's got crocodile clips on it as well with the Kelvin leads, so it's probably easier to click on a capacitor legs. I'll zoom in and show you this properly. So this is the Zoyi ZT DQ02, and it's LCR meter, so we can do inductance, capacitance and resistance. So it's on like ECAP at the moment. Oh, sorry, I knocked that with my hat. If I change the mode, how do we change the mode? Frequency level, auto, maybe this one. Mode, parallel or auto, maybe this one. Oh, function battery, function auto, function resistance. There we go. So let's get this set up. We have got a little kickstand. Let's see if we can see that. Zoom in. And what we were looking for, 10 ohm in it. 1K. I think there's only one resistor in here anyway. Let's go here and here. And it's like 0.9888. So that's pretty close to 1K, isn't it? It's quite in the spec there. But that's nice. But I like that because the leads aren't included in the measurement because it's got the Kelvin 4-wire leads. So I think that's quite nice to have. Sorry, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Oh, Wolfpack's here. How are you doing, mate? Gozzy's responded. So how is he? Yeah, a little better today, thank you. You are making the OLED radio. Nice project. Yeah, for anyone joining, we're just making this little OLED radio on here. Just looking through the stream. No wonder you're so confused. I can see it pouring out. I can see you pouring it out. Wolfpack's here. How are you doing, mate? You're not streaming? Oh, Heckman's watching from Kenya. How are you doing, mate? I'll say cheers to you. Yeah, if anybody's not subscribed, subscribe to Wolfpack Electronics as well. He's got a great channel doing streams on the games console repairs. as well as Symbol Tech in there. He's got a good channel as well. Subscribe to him. And Gozzy Repairs also got a good channel and he's doing the live streams when he's going to be feeling better. Always great new tools at JFix Express. That's it. That one I didn't purchase as well, and I've got a little project lined up for that one to show it on a video, but I won't give any spoilers away. So we've confirmed this is the resistor. I'll show you where it should go. Let's bring in the scope, and I'm going to be more on it today. Let me keep switching to the scope without forgetting. A resistor 1K. Silk screen says it all. Let's go into the and be out of focus a minute. Right, resistor 1K there, and let's just give the legs a little bit and go straight in. Okay, one leg, second leg, and clean it up a little bit. Still got some alcohol in there. Lovely, and let's cut off those. If anybody new joins the stream, just say hello, don't be shy. Stick your name and where you're from in the chat. I can't believe I've got someone from Kenya watching. That looks alright. Again, we've not got solder on that side, it's not come through. But it looks weird if there's solder on this side, but not on that side. So I know it doesn't really matter, but just to look nice, I think I'm going to solder this side as well. There we go. Keep it looking the same. At least it's got a nice connection. Right, where are we now? Let's have a look at the manual. Can I bring the manual under here for you? Solder, USB socket and audio socket. So we've got a micro USB and the audio socket go on the edge. You can work that out. So micro USB. I'm assuming that's to power the board directly, and then we've also got that charging board that we can use for the battery. So where's this micro USB? In here? The legs aren't matching. Might need to bend them slightly to get them to fit. Here. Right. Let me just raise the board up slightly. I've just put the board on there just so the legs are not touching, so it will sit completely flat to the board. I can apply a little bit of pressure to make sure it's flat. We just get a leg on there. What I'll do is I'll put a bit on the soldering iron first, then I'll hold it down and tack it on. Right, that's tacked on. Wolfpack's doing alright. He's getting some solace from his day job watching the stream. Yeah, don't be slacking too much. I'm sure you've got customers where I'm just relaxing, doing this, having a beer. That looks alright. Greetings from Finland. Hey, we got people popping up. And Jeff from Jeff. Hello from Florida. Yeah, Wolfpack's from Florida. But we've got Finland as well. Nice. Who else have we got? I have to go. Alarm is set for 5 AM. Wow. That time doesn't exist on my alarm clock. Thanks for stopping in, Alexandro. We'll have another look at that laptop in a bit as well, so you can check back on the stream if you're interested in the laptop. Dropping frames again. Oh, big time dropping. Hang on a second. I think I need a wired connection. I'll just lower the bit rate a little bit. Second. Output for the stream. We're on 5,000 kilobits per second. I'll go down to 4,000. 4,000 kilobits. Reset. Right, I've dropped us from 5,000 to 4,000. So if I drop any more frames, just let us know, and we'll go down again a little bit. Carrefour's from Sweden, yeah. We know where Carrefour's from. Looks like you've dropped some frames. Yeah. That was quick and fun cleaning. First time in your live stream. Hey, hi Cham. I'm not going to be able to pronounce your name, so I apologise. Hicham? Thank you for joining. If it's the first time in the stream, hope you enjoy it. And if you have just joined, we just popped on this little USB port onto a radio that I'm doing. That's nice and clean, looking good. And then it was the jack, the barrel jack for the headphones. It's going to go in there. So yeah, we've got some alignment pins, and then we've got 5. Looks like a ground there, and then some legs. So let me do the same again. I'll add a little bit of solder onto the tip. Got a little bit on there. Going to put some pressure down, and now I can come in. Just tap that on, and it's in place. Now I can do the other ones. We'll start from this end. Lovely. And this one. This one. This one. And this one. It looks alright. Let's give that a clean. Where's my little nano sponge? Right, we're cleaning up. Looks good. See ya, yeah, bye Alexandro. It's probably gone already now. How's the frames looking? Just gonna have a check. Got 0 drop frames now. Yeah, 5,000 kilobits per second I'm streaming at instead of 6,000. It's all looking good my end. Yeah, but it's not that easy eye testings because I'm not in the house. I'm in a garage on the outside, so I'd have to run a cable from my router externally, and also I've got to go, the garage isn't connected to the house, so I'd have to find a way to run it from the house to there. But it's a rented property, it's not my own house. If it was at my own house I would, but I've got pretty good Wi-Fi. It just slightly dips sometimes and then it drops frames. Yeah, I know, Simpletech, but I need a wired connection because it'll be fine at 9K as well, and then you just suddenly get a dips, which is just Wi-Fi for you. Maybe you should connect LAN via LAN. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not practical. If I had to, I had to. If it was that bad, but I'm just going to manage with what it is. Eventually, when I get my own house or something, I'll have a proper setup, and we'll be streaming properly. But for now, we'll just roll with it. Use a power line adapter. Yeah, I've got some power line adapters, so I could do that. I actually get faster speed out of. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. 1 second. Sorry guys. I've just noticed I'm dropping frames. Wolfpack. Hey, he's just tipped £5. Thank you very much, mate. You didn't have to do that, but I will keep it up. Yeah, never give up, mate. Never give up. Yeah, appreciate that. And I'll have to get you back on your stream now. Are we dropping frames? No. It's what it is. I don't think just lowering the frame rate is going to help. I think I could be streaming double the frame rate that I am now, and it's just going to drop when it drops. Wow, Robert Redford died today. I don't even know who Robert Redford is. Sorry. I've used one of those P2P once. It was unbelievable. P2P. Are you talking about power line adapters? For the digital microscope, I suggest you have maybe a 75 degrees on the table. It will give you a little depth perception. Yeah, I'm starting to think about getting a different microscope anyway. So, yeah. I don't know who that is. Can somebody say who Robert Redford is? Don't know who that is. But I'm going to carry on while we're discussing that. So we've done the USB and we've done the headphone. What's this? The socket? Yeah, solder the 16-pin IC socket. The gap faces the side with a gap in the silk screen. Should be obvious, son. Right, here we go. Yeah, I can see. Don't know if you can. There's a little cutout there, so we know which way it goes. Here's the cutout here, so it's just going to go like that. Right, let me hold it down. Good, good. Same method again. Just going to get a bit of solder on there and can tack it on. Just one leg. And the idea is, if I do one leg, if I needed to, I can quite easily, liquefy that and move it around again if I didn't get it quite flush to the board. But I'm happy with that. So now we'll go to the opposite corner. There we go. Right, now we should be fully locked in. Just going to make sure that that's flat to the board. Looks perfect. Right, soldering time then. Let's go. Let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is quite a lot of flux in this solder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's clean that up. Right, where's my sponge? Alright, is this sponge starting to get ripped up? Trying to get all the life I can out of it. Yeah, starting to break down now. I think I've got enough out of that. Let me show you something. Oh, we're dropping frames. Alright, I will lower the bit rate again. Didn't mean to start a dono tag. Yeah, we'll have to keep tagging each other with donations. Point to point, unlicensed, massive film star. You would know him if you Google him. Yeah, I'll have to Google him, find out who it was. I wanted to send it to James. Right. Are we really bad on the buffering? Should I lower the quality? Output 4,000. What do you want to go to? 3,500? Not sure if it's